What is up, guys? It's Mitch or Deity. If you've been watching my content, you've heard me talk about a new game that's coming, Etheria Restart. This is a tournament I was in about a week ago, a little over a week ago, where I got to try out the game. I had a dev account. All my characters were maxed. I got to boost up the gear. But this is a PvP style gacha that will be coming out in June. Okay, the official release date is early June, but we are going to be having a beta on May 8th. So I will be playing this game. This is actually one of the main games I plan to cover on my channel. It's going to be Epic 7 along with this, but we're going to be checking out the tournament. We talk about some characters, my experience with them. We talk about the ups and the downs throughout the tournament, and we're just going to go into that for here. So the game does have a decent PvE. I played the previous beta. It is actually hard PvE, which is nice. And they are setting a cap to farming to where whales can't just go and farm and pay somebody to farm for them, which is great. So with that, everyone will be starting at the same point. So maybe you've gotten into Summers War or Epic 7 in the past, and you're like, I feel way too far behind for the getting into PvP for this game. The other people have 6 years on me. How do I ever catch up? We have a game finally coming out that seems somewhat promising, has some flaws, but they will work on it. I do have faith that they are listening to the community, and it will end up being a great game. So you have a draft phase. This is an RTA style tournament, real-time arena, live arena from other games, whichever you want to call it, but you go in, pick characters against your opponent, and you fight in real time. Then you click your skills. Depending on your gear, you're going to go first or second, all of that. General PvP gacha. You guys know the drill with all that. So in this tournament, my biggest opponent was going to be the UI of it, okay? I'll go into it as we keep going and show the mistakes that I made. But to start out the match, I tried to do some meme characters. I'll show one of the matches where I won and kind of skimmed through because overall the fights do take quite a while. But I picked this character called Victor. He's a Moonlight. I think it's a 4-star. He seemed like I have a couple meme characters built, but Light cooked me in this first match. He has a very meta team. This first character, Veronica, is very good. I mean, the only non-meta character I have on my team is Victor, to be fair. But again, Light cooked me for the first match. So going in, we went into the second match. The gameplay is coming. Don't worry. I will show the actual gameplay. But the second match, I didn't know I had first pick. So it auto-picked Hellkid. I would not first pick Hellkid. He is good. He gives a barrier to your team as well as immunity whenever you use a skill 3, which is great. It prevents you from getting debuffs, but not someone I would first pick with the current characters that are banned or pre-banned. So the game does have a 2 pre-ban system. There are not a lot of characters in the game. The strongest character in the game is by far this Doki Doki character, and this Lily character is also very, very strong. So these were both pre-banned. And then the other pre-ban is going to be Tiamat. So Tiamat is an HP scaling damage dealer. HP scaling damage dealers within this game right now with the current balance are way too overpowered in my opinion. That's one thing I really hope they fix, as well as debuffs. I feel like debuffs are essentially useless to an extent. They don't do a whole lot for you, but it is a general. If you ever played Epic 7, it's the exact same style. You'll pick your 5 characters and you'll each ban one. The third pick is protected. You cannot ban it. So I went in, I was going to try to debuff him here, but as you see, 2 of his characters have immunity. None of the characters strip in this game. So I was already at a bad leg right here, but I go ahead and rip the skill 2, and the character on the far left, it was between me and Light. So Light is another Epic 7 content creator, but between me and him, whoever got Veronica won. That's how strong that character is. So there's definitely a little bit of balancing issue that I hope will get adjusted. And one of the big things I was talking about earlier is HP scaling damage dealers just dominate. Okay, like this, almost every character on the Light's board, I believe, is HP scaling. I mean, well, he's got 2 damage characters, 2 healers. It's 2 damage dealers, 2 healers on his board right now, and they deal insane damage. So the Veronica character, her skill 2 does 20% of her max HP to everyone on the board. That is ridiculous. Okay, you can build her just full HP, and it's going to hit everybody for 20%. I mean, 10,000 damage, you put her on 50,000 HP or more if you can get higher HP on her. And those stats are possible within this game. The gearing of Etheria Restart is very similar to Epic 7. Okay, you have your right side gear, your left side gear. Left side gear can only roll certain things. Right side gear, though, you can do any combination. So you can have 3 different crit damage pieces, main stat, on your right side gear, which is crazy. So if there's a character that ever comes out in this game that guaranteed crits, you can build it on 1 billion crit damage. So that's a little scary with the overall balancing. Now, one of the other cool things with this game is there are shells. It's cool, and also I think there's one shell that needs to be adjusted or else this game has no hope. That is going to be, there's one called Alicorn, which is going to cleanse your character when you start your turn. Different shells give different abilities. They're pets you farm. You can min-max your stats with them. They'll give stat boosts. It's some of the very in-game grindy things, trying to min-max your pet to min-max your character. Takes a ton of resources, but overall the game has easy to attain things, and then very grindy things, which is what every gacha game needs, right? So that is a great thing. But the pet that can cleanse makes it to where you don't have to bring cleansers. If you put your characters on that, even if your opponent takes turn 1, and like that attack that I just did right there, it can have a chance to AoE stun the opponent's team. But with so many characters giving immunity, cleansing, the pet's cleansing, there's only like 1 or 2 strippers within the game. It's really tough. So I lost the second match I tried to do. As you see, I'm trying to figure out how to even get out of the match. One of the things is they made us host the rooms as well for the tournament. It was supposed to be like an official tournament, but they made us host the rooms. None of us knew how to host the rooms. I don't see how I didn't have a guy that would go in there and just at least host the room. It takes 2 seconds. That part was frustrating because I did end up messing it up on the second game. But the overall tournament, I did pretty bad. The first match, I lost light 2-1. We did play a third match because we thought we had to, but also I didn't technically get a first pick because I didn't know the second match I had first pick, because at the top, it's hard to tell. Like, I see it now, but whenever I was sitting there, he was supposed to have first pick in that match, and I was waiting for it. A little frustrating. There's definitely, again, UI changes that need to happen. But into this third match, I got the whatever her name is. I can't even think of it. Starts with V, Veronica. There we go. I got Veronica, and I ended up winning out of that. So Veronica's crazy. One of my favorite characters in the game is going to be this character here. His name is Rael, I believe it is. Starts with an R, but it is a counter-style character that also dual attacks against focus as your characters use non-attack skills. So he has a percentage chance to attack. Now, with that percentage chance, any of you guys that are Epic 7 players, you're like, does this game have 15%? Does it have dual attacks? I don't know the effectiveness versus effectiveness check. Okay, I cannot get that information. I've been trying to figure it out, whether or not there is that, or if it's just a raw effectiveness versus effectiveness check. I believe there's not 15%, but most of the skills do not have a 100% chance to land. That's where most of the balancing of other games come in. So in PvP, almost all other live arena games, if there's a really strong skill, it'll only be an 85% chance to land a debuff. And that is the technical 15% that we see in Epic 7. So overall, though, I'm very excited for this game. I will be making new player guides. I'm going to structure it just like Epic 7. So any of you wanting to try out the game, again, there will be a link down below that you can pre-register, as well as the beta comes out on May 8th. So I'll be starting an account. I'll be streaming it. You guys can play along with me. And I did end up getting to use one of my meme characters in this fight. I'm sorry for the bar at the bottom, but I don't know how else to do this video. But that character over on the right, Messiah, that I just attacked with, I have an effect res Messiah. So he gives himself immortality, and if he kills a character, he extends that. But I built mine on counter set and bulky, so that way he could counter while he has invincibility and end up killing somebody. And from there, see, I counter right there, did 0 damage. So I'm still trying to figure out the overall stat allocation and what would be viable. But the game does have the customization of that. I'm going to be having a video coming out in the near future that's going to have showing off the gear, showing up, building all the different characters, and you can kind of see how much customization actually goes into it. In terms of PvE content, the stages are pretty hard, but you are also going, as you see down at the bottom, there's a Zebo invited to the Phantom Theater. Phantom Theater is a co-op mode to where you can go in with your friend and try to get a high score. You beat this certain mission together. You bring your best characters each. And then from there, you're going to achieve rewards. And then if you get a high enough score, you get on a leaderboard. I believe you receive additional rewards as well. So it's a game you can go in with a couple of your friends and get super competitive together, which is pretty unheard of for almost any gacha game that I know of. I don't have any gacha game PvE that I can play and do that with. So it has some nice PvE stuff, and it also has a live arena, so there is the option for everybody. And one of the coolest things, though, is going to be the background battling, okay? Epic 7 has background battling. We all know that. You guys come watching this video, you know my main content. That's the game I play. But this game takes it a step further. You can start your background battle, and you guys that have played E7, you know you have to leave your game on. So I did end up winning that last match. So I'm going to go ahead and put another match on. This next match, I ended up winning 2-1. And then the last match, though, the UI cooked me. I picked a character, picked another character because there were 3 seconds left. And then I tried to pick another different character, and it did not do anything I wanted to, and I just raged out. So that was the end of the tournament for me. Biggest thing is please fix the UI, make it simpler. Don't make it so when you select a character, it drags you all the way back to the other side as well. They have time. They'll fix this. All my complaints, I'm giving them, and hopefully that will be adjusted. The meta complaints, the damage dealers do not do a lot of damage. HP scaling damage dealers just dominate. As you see here, all of my team right here, it's a defense scaling damage dealer. Messiah is an attack scaling damage dealer. He does really good damage. In the first beta, he was extremely strong. But overall, the tournament was 2-1. Light beat me. Second match was 2-1. I've won. And the last match was 2-0, but I didn't even have a chance to play one of the matches because my characters were nothing I picked. But overall, I'm very excited for the game. Again, down in the description, you can sign up and get ready. I believe it's an open beta, but make sure to sign up just in case. So that way you can get into it. Again, I'll be making a bunch of content over the next little bit. Let me know if you're excited for this game, if it's been on your radar. If not, I definitely would put it on your radar, especially if you enjoy PvP gacha games. So thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.